The latest on the firestorm over those U.S. Olympic uniforms, which were in fact made in China. Broadcast first here on World News. Today, a new proposal in Congress calling on the federal government to buy only Made in America apparel. And ABC's David Muir and our Made in America team set out to learn how many of our clothes are made in America tonight. And he's here to tell us about a comeback. David.
Yes, encouraging trend, Diane. You know that number we've reported here on World News. In the 1960s, more than half of what we bought was made in America. But today, 98% of the clothes we buy from overseas. Tonight, though, that red-hot conversation fueled by those Olympic uniforms, leading us to American companies bringing jobs back and Made in America labels, too.
It was the simple inspection that ignited a firestorm. Sharon asking to see those labels on those Olympic uniforms, made in China.
Made in China. This is China.
Ralph Lauren now saying they'll make them in America for the 2014 games. But we've heard from so many American brands, big and small, who aren't waiting to bring manufacturing back. Underneath an LA sky inside this old garment building, one American label sowing that notion that it can be done here.
Made in America. Oh, yeah. How are you? Good.
Ryan Roberts going strong, telling us the key all along was making it here.
When you first started, you were actually making the clothes in Mexico.
Everything that could go wrong went wrong. The fabric, there were flaws, it was shrinking.
So he brought it back.
Why make it in America?
We can turn product around in a very short amount of time. If I was doing this overseas, it just wouldn't be possible.
Flash forward, one outfit at a time, and his sales are up because he says so many more customers are now asking, is it made in America? And he's not the only one. Economists point out that in China, manufacturing is expected to hit a 7-month low. In America, it is coming home, dubbed reshoring. In 2 years, adding more than 500,000 jobs in manufacturing.
We're growing and we're running out of space to keep everything.
In Philadelphia, this designer brought her clothing line back from Bangladesh, growing so fast, her studio is bursting at the seams.
That's what we used to do here, you know, and we can still do it.
A big change after that big eye-opener a year ago at Grand Central, asking people, would they take off everything not made in America?
Haiti.
And it turns out the big names are listening too.
David Muir, World News.
We met Mario Mirabella, whose father came here in the 50s from Italy to make suits for Brooks Brothers when manufacturing was booming. It's booming again. 3/4 of the suits now made here in America and growing. 1.5 million ties made here. And it turns out we weren't the only ones checking the labels today.
Made in America?
Made in America.
I love it.
So you knew what we were up to over here with the ties.
Yeah, we're kind of spying on you.
You can help us pick one out for tonight.
And they did all right, along with Mario, showing all of his Made in America ties.
That's the winner.
That's the one, she said. So this is the tie. They voted. I bought it. And remember, when we first started this Made in America thing on World News a year ago, it wasn't about replacing your entire home, Diane, or your entire wardrobe. Just one thing, $66 or so.
Right.
We could create 200,000 jobs. They also wanted me to try out this Made in America bow tie, perfect colors, but I have no idea how to tie a bow tie. So
I love everything made in America, of course, but call me before you wear this.
on the air, right?
Okay.
I don't think I can pull it off.
Thanks so much, David. Good news about this comeback.